hello Future Precious, or hello YouTube if I decide to 100% commit. But I need to make a change, and I need to make a change now. I should have made a change yesterday, but we're here now, and this is all that we can do. This has been prompted by the fact that for the last 2 months I've been waking up in an absolute state of dread. And the only way that I can describe it is that in that moment, the overwhelming feeling that like shadows over my brain or takes over my thought is that I'm not living in my purpose. I'm not being the person that I thought I would be. I'm not being the person that I am, if that makes sense. And especially because I celebrated my half birthday. So like halfway through the year to my birthday, I'm going to start celebrating my birthday simply because I need more reasons to celebrate life at this point. But I was celebrating it and I thought, am I where I thought I would be at the age of 26? And don't get me wrong, I know that 26 is very young in the scheme of things. I've not been an adult for very long, but the long and short of it was no. And I was trying to figure out whether it's because of me or because of my circumstances. But then now that I'm an adult, I have the power to change my own circumstances. So I came to the conclusion that it is because of me. I did this video on TikTok. The lady was talking about how traumas affect your adult life. And she basically said, like, put your finger down. If this has happened to you, this has happened to you, this has happened to you. She didn't explain at the beginning of the video what we were talking about, like what the video was all about before she got us to do the fingers down thing. But it was basically about how 10 traumas, if this has happened to you before the age of 18, I think she said if 3 or more have happened to you by the age of 18, your adult life is going to be more difficult than the average person. Guys, I put 7 of my fingers down. That is so bad. That is so bad. I put 7 of my fingers down during that, and I had to think to myself, am I the way that I am, or living the life that I'm living, kind of just going with the flow? I feel like a rock, you know, like a rock on the ground being kicked around, like, and just everyone's doing whatever they want, and I'm just getting kicked around like a rock on the ground, genuinely. So I was trying to think, is it like my past traumas that are making me live the life that I'm living, or kind of just go with the flow, or is it actually me? And then it comes to a point where you need to kind of just swallow that pill and say it's actually me and I have full control of my life. Obviously there are external factors that are at play, but I am in control of my life at the end of the day. And I was speaking to some of my colleagues as well, like, one of my things that I know that I'm really good at, and I feel like I've been good at since I was very young, is speaking to people. I love a chat. I love a chinwag. Anyone that knows me, like, I can literally yap for days. And I have a very low, like, level of secrecy now, because, like, obviously I was so quiet and, like, not quiet, but I didn't talk about, like, important things back in the day. Now I'm able to yap to anyone about anything, and I love a good yap. So I was talking to my colleagues and I was like talking about life, blah blah blah. They were like to me, what do you want to do? And I kind of like know what I want to do, but it's not always like the time and the space to speak about it. But I was asking them, like, yeah, like, what was your dreams? Like, was it your dream to work here and like do this? No. They were like, no, like, I just fell into it and like I let the world kind of just go on and I just ended up here. And then I was like, wow, like, how long have you worked here now? 20 years, they were saying, guys. 20 years. 20 years. That is crazy to me. 20 years. And then I thought to myself, would I be happy being in the same location, same building, just like them for 20 years? And the answer was no. I'm starting to see a theme here. I feel like you should say more yeses in life. It's really eye-opening when you have to open your eyes to things. It really is. It really is. So that has prompted this. I need to make a change and I need to start living in my truth. I'm not saying like throw all of my toys out the pram and like shift things up dramatically, but daily steps and daily things and doing daily adventures. I feel like what I had to think to myself, what is it that I want to do? And I thought to myself, I want to travel more. I want to experience the world more. I want to become more independent. I want to do all sorts of things that make my life rich, so that when I wake up, I think to myself, wow, like, I'm living a great life. Like, and day to day I think to myself, this is a really good life that I'm living. And at the moment, mate, I'm celebrating half birthdays just as something to look forward to. Like, things are not where they should be, in my humble opinion. So yeah, we're gonna make a change. And also, I've noticed, like, I think I've got triggers that make me notice even more. For example, social media. When I'm watching like too much socials, for example, guys, my screen time said 9 hours in one day. If I'm going to sleep for like an extended amount of time, then I'm at work for an extended amount of time, I'm on social media for 9 hours. Anyways, I had to cut that all out. And I basically, social media, I don't have it on my main phone here. I've got it on like a really old phone. It can't do much, but I've got like a day a week where I go on my socials and I can do that. But I did find a way that you can go on your socials, like you can look at your own profile, or you can interact with your people on your profile and like look at the comments, reply to messages, yada yada yada, without actually being on the app. And I found a way to do it for TikTok, for Instagram. YouTube's calm because you just kind of see your own comments come to your inbox, right, your email. But I found a way to do it. So if anyone's interested in that, I can let you know, but I've never heard anyone talk about it. Obviously, it's not a thing. Like, no social media platform wants you to not be on their main platform and like not using it from that perspective of interacting with other people. But I think it gets to a stage where you look so much, or like you watch other people so much, that you forget that you need to live your own life and you need to do things. And I was speaking to one of my colleagues about this as well. Like, she was saying how when she was younger, don't worry, it's not the one that has been there for 20 years, but she was saying when she was younger, she's about 40 now, she was saying like she did a season, 2 seasons I think, in Shagaluf and she loved it. And I remember my sister just turned 30, and she used to go to Ibiza, Croatia every year, like as a late teen, early 20s. And back then, like, she'll come home with stories, this happened, that happened, the DJ, da da da. Like, it will be like lovely, crazy stories. Like, her girls will come around while they're getting ready, they'll talk, and like it will just be really good fun. But now, because we can live so vicariously through other people, we're not getting that connection. I feel like social media gives a false sense of connection, which I think is not good for me. I feel like it's the fact that I've realized it shows that it doesn't work for me, if that makes sense. Because if it was working for me, I would have thought, hey, like, I'm having a great time. And don't get me wrong, I love to watch a TikTok. Everyone knows I love a good brain rot. But I had to kind of just think to myself, like, how much time am I using that I could be using somewhere else, that I could be using more productively to help my life in even just a small way. So yeah, I found out how to do that. This is just going to keep me accountable. This is really just going to keep me accountable. And the crux of it is, I need to change. I've tried to pinpoint areas that I want to improve on. One is, I definitely want to gain more independence. I want to travel more. I want to see more of the world. I want to have more experiences. I'm definitely going to take you guys along and make videos, because I always think to myself, like, do I see videos of myself like on a day-to-day basis? Am I watching people that are like me or that are similar to me? And I think that's quite important for somebody to have when they're going through life, or someone that they can relate to, or like have a kind of rapport with, that they see online, because we're online all the time. So like, do you know what I mean? So I feel like I have to be that person for myself. What else did I want to pinpoint? I want to change my aesthetic. I don't feel like I dress, like today I look fine, like, but on a day-to-day basis, I don't feel like I dress and present in the way that I am, or that I want to be, if that makes sense. And how you present, and how, like, when you wake up in the morning and you look at yourself, that is a big impact on how your day goes. And fitness is so good for my mental health. Even my morning walks I've been doing, like, most mornings when I can, it's been so good for my mental health. And fitness, it's one of those things where you don't even need to try. You can literally go on a walk. You can go as intense as going on a walk, or as intense as going on to like a class. So yeah, independence, travel, appearance and fitness are the ones I'm gonna look in on. I think like those, obviously they've got sub-genres, but those are the main things that I've highlighted would really help. And of course, calming down on my social media intake, because it's the irony is it's not social. It's like voyeurism. And I love a bit of voyeurism, but it's not good. Anyway, I hope this was the reminder that you needed, P. And if you're watching from YouTube, thanks for watching. There's more videos coming. And I just have to lock in. My thing as well is like, I love to get like, I love encouragement, and I've got no one in my life to encourage me, which is sad but true. So sometimes you have to encourage yourself and just do it all for yourself. One is the loneliest number. Anyways, thanks for watching.